Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Megumi. I'm going to give you a tour of my siblings' exhibition here in Tokyo, Japan. Come on. We just finished our hanging from today. I wake up at like 8 in the morning and I did all of this hanging. Well, I am a artist of abstract and also flowers here. And this is the newest wall. I created all of the abstract and all the sizes 20 and 20 centimeters, so I made 20 of it. And it is all starting from a song without the lyrics, so it's like a beat. I always pick a favorite beat, and these are all the names. Like for example, this one is my favorite, Jimi no Pedi #1 by Eric Satie. So when I pick a song, I always listen on a loop, and while I'm listening, I do my laundries and dishes and cleaning the floor and everything, my everyday routine. And then after that, I meditate with that beat. And while I'm meditating like 5 minutes, during that, I see some colors. And I select those colors, put it on the canvas, and I smash it and slide. And then these are homemade like that. So this one is made because of this one. It's all of 2 sets, like husband and wife, couples, whatever you call it. And the Jimi no Pedi #1 craft is this one. Let me show you, okay? Because it's my favorite. So this one, I only pick one simple color out of this one. And it's only by one chance of doing it, smash it and slide. And boom, it looks like a heart to me. And I don't know if it's getting closer or not. I don't know if it's falling apart. But I didn't want it to make it, in a sad way. So I kissed it. Mwah, right there. It's my favorite one. And yeah, other side it looks like this. And there's an arrow, if you see closer, so that you will know the correct way to hang it. Right there. 2025, Michelle Megumi. My very first art craft is this one. Since I was 19 years old, I started painting, and I will introduce you why I started painting. It's the main theme of this exhibition though. This one is very memorable. These flowers are from my grandma. Japanese side of grandma passed away like 2 years ago. Yeah, her name's Hisae Oba-chan, my grandma. She gave me this flower when I turned 22 years old, and like as a bouquet, and I was putting it on my table, but it was like I felt it's something like speaking to me, or I wanted to make it more like with me forever, and I was painting this one while I was watching the bouquet. And yeah, this was my idea to put it on and stay it forever here with my paintings and my grandmother's present forever in here. So I wanted to make this frame a vintage, old style. So this is how it looks and these are all like flowers also. Yeah, this one is called Twitter Blue Bowl number 1, which means it was the very first craft that I've made. Yeah, but it finished in 2022, so it took 3 years for me to finish this one. My newest one will be this one. Before I tell you the story of this one, I want to tell you why I started abstract. Is that because while I'm painting these, there's always a leftovers of a bunch of paintings, and I already didn't want it to, boop, throw it away. So I decided to do something with that, and I just made this one. This one is the very first abstract of all time, and Fragile Memories, the title will be, and it's fragile because of too much of oil painting. I want to show you, this is pretty dope and I really like it. The oils are, filled. So yeah, I do these abstract with leftover with the last piece of the painting job. I use acrylic oil, so it's very easy to dry. That's why I didn't want to, I can't, let them stay for a long time. And yeah, this one is the newest figurative painting, and there is a bird, as you can see right here. But if you see closely, slowly, then you'll see another 2 birds. Can you find it? It's right here. One boss and a pink baby. I don't know if there's siblings, couples, I don't know. I will let those up to you. But yeah, this is really beautiful. It took like 128 days, I guess, and it is called Where the Wind Rests. Where the wind rests. So there is nothing that you need to worry about. It's all set here in peace. I am all self-taught painting. It's all from a photo. These are all from, and the reason why I'm drawing flowers is because simply I just want to hang it to my wall. Purpose of siblings exhibition. My younger brother Julian Justice and I are siblings born just 1 year apart. We're so close in age that we've always thought of us as almost twins. We also have 2 other siblings, so there are 4 of us in total. Who is my brother to me? If I had to say it simply, he's someone I must protect with love. Everything about him, his quiet artistic talent, the way he thinks, who he is as a person. As we got older, my brother began living with mental illness, which is learning disorder and schizophrenia. Even after I moved away from home, I made a point of calling him every single day just to check up on him. No matter what, he was always on my mind. My brother has a learning disability, and there's a big gap between the things he can do well and the things he struggles with. In school, the difference was hard for people to understand, and he often ended up feeling isolated. He attended special education schools, among others, and his school life was anything but easy. As his older sister, teachers would sometimes come to me and ask what's the right way to communicate with him. When we were kids, we fought hard, sometimes hard enough to get hurt. That was how we learned how to be siblings in our own clumsy way. Now, he's the person I trust the most, and he's my best friend. People sometimes ask why our bond is so strong and how my brother came to struggle with mental illness. To explain that, I need to talk a little bit about our father. Until I was 8 years old, we all lived together in a house in Tokyo. Our father, who is American, struggled with a serious mental illness. Our home was filled with tensions and fear. It was never a place where we felt safe. To escape that environment, I reached out for help at the age of 8 and eventually found my way to Child Protective Center. After our parents divorced, with the help of our mother's relatives, we finally started living what might be called a normal life. Still, the emotional damage took time to heal. For several years, I had an intense fear of men. After moving, I transferred a new elementary school, and we made a special request that I be placed in a classroom with a female teacher. My brother doesn't talk much about his pain, but sometimes I feel like he looks at the world with eyes that quietly blame himself. At the same time, that sensitivity gives him something rare, the ability to see things from angles most people miss. I know that part of him well. This exception is something I'm organizing for my mother, who raised 4 children on her own as a single parent, and for my brother, who has shared with me a kind of pain that's hard to explain and often misunderstood. This is my way of saying thank you, not just with words, but through actions. That's what this exhibition is all about. Lastly, how much do I love him? Honestly, sometimes I feel like I want to crave his work directly into my skin. Here is my self-portrait booth. Let me introduce myself. My name is Michelle Megumi Shields, and I'm born in 2000, September 12th, Virgo, and my blood type is O. I am the eldest of 4 siblings. I have my older brother, me, younger brother, I will introduce you after, and a younger sister. And we all was born and raised in here, Tokyo, Japan. My father is American and my mother is Japanese. I started my entertainment industry when I was 12 years old. Started from an idol, singing and dancing on a stage with a group of my age. It was really fun. And after that, I had a scout of like modeling. And yeah, I started modeling. Let me show you, there's a magazine. At that time, Instagram wasn't, in social media. So everybody was just like asking me on the street, like, would you be on my magazine? And I'm the hairstylist. And yeah, so I was doing a modeling almost every single day. Like I couldn't go to school at that time. This me is like when I was 16 years old. This one is my favorite face. I'm just wearing pajamas and introducing how to set up the room wear hairstyle. After that, yes, I was doing modeling, but I gained weight a little bit. But that little bit wasn't good for, business and model industry. But then my mother said, why don't you do like a sexy, nude modeling instead of fashion and hair and beauty modeling? It's very different here. In Japanese, we say gravia idol. So it's very different. And I started doing that. And then I started my nude industry like this. This is a very famous magazine in Japan. It's called Friday. You can buy it like at the convenience store here. This is a digital book. So you can go search it on Kindle and you can buy it. So this is me when I was 20 years old. So 5 years ago, I started doing a sexy gravure modeling starting from this one. To be honest, I really didn't have a confidence. Doing modeling, being busy, everybody was like jealous in a way. And yeah, I'm born mixed, so I stand out in a good way. But I really didn't feel like I'm beautiful or I'm kawaii, so cute. I really didn't feel any confidence in me at that time. But this magazine really changed my mindset, and I really wanted to focus on myself. And that's the reason why I'm painting myself. It's upon the theme of self-love. This one, this baby, it took 1 year to finish this. It is a size of named F50. In Japan, they have this F something that size, and it's about, how do you call it, 910 millimeters times 1167 millimeters. So it's like double of my body size, maybe double or more. But yeah, it took 1 year to finish. The title is called Boundary of Love. This one is the photo. Inside that Kindle magazine photo book, this one is page 47 and 48. This one turned that. And let me introduce a concept of my self-portrait. You cannot escape from the one unique person in this world. Guess who? Yourself. First, if you don't love yourself, who can you love? If you don't marry yourself, who can you marry? When I paint myself, it's a conversation with myself. We humans cannot avoid our fate, which is called death. However, my paintings and works of art, there's no such thing called death. The works continue to narrate my road, emotions, and thoughts forever. These are all my heart. I think that this is a heart too, but I think it's my child too in a way, because it took time. It took time to be born and alive, okay? So yeah, and I have a lot of more, so.
はい、では改めてめぐちゃんよろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
はい。すごいね、作品数がね、何点あったんだったっけ？ね、抽象画だけでも20点、ちっちゃいのでね、もう100はいかないから、50ぐらい。
Yes, I think. From 50, yeah, 50 crafts total. Yeah.
何歳から絵描き始めたんだっけ？
When I was 19, I started painting. And the reason why, because of that, I fell in love with my brother, Julian Justice art craft, which I'm going to show you after this. He's upstairs. Yeah, on the third floor.
じゃあ6年間の間のクラフトを今回は全部持ってきた。
Yes. 6 years.
最初ね、グラビアアイドルでね、お仕事が増えてたのに絵を描き始めるっていうのは時間はすごく大変だったんじゃない？
Yes, it was hard for me to manage my art and paintings. Yeah, I really don't, work like part-time job right now, like employee. I have done that, but since I found my dream, I met a sponsor. So I have a time to paint, I have a time to focus on my dreams.
お母さんがグラビアをやれっていうのにびっくりしたよね。ヌードをやれっていうのね。
Yes, my mom is a little bit crazy, but in a good way. She's very kind, and she knows human beings. So if it's not normal, she won't say no, and she will be like, just go for it, go run your life, go do what you want to do because it's yours. She won't. But the idea of me becoming a sexy model was from my mother, which is the crew and everybody, you know, the media was, oh, okay, it's your mother, so she won't be surprised for this. And it was a good start for me. It was comfortable. I didn't really need to care.
Do you have any favorite piece that's in all your collection?
Yes.
You can say the name of the artist. What's the name of the paint?
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe. Okay. You're talking about this one, right?
No, that's also Marilyn, but
This is your favorite?
yeah, that's
Okay.
also is the one that I introduced through dancing on a stage, singing I Wanna Be Loved by You.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my brother bring it, my older brother bring it, and I try to be looking like her in that photo
You do.
shooting.
You do.
Why I'm saying Marin is because of a spiritual man told me that my reincarnation is Marin Monroe, and also it's the same because Michelle Megumi, MM, Marin Monroe, MM, and some people say that I really look like her.
Maybe Marilyn Monroe is still alive. We don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Why I'm painting myself, why I'm painting figurative like flowers, and why I'm painting abstract is because of Julian Justice, my brother. For those reasons, I wanted to become his manager and express the world how genius he is, how amazing he is, and how, you know, beautiful this is. Hello, Julian. I have the collaboration with you, the tiny one with orange. I did the painting and you did the drawing. This was the very first craft that we collaborate. Do you want to explain this? What was the inspiration? It's just something pops out at that moment.
Yeah, I have a lot of art that, just very intuitive, and just intuitive strokes, upon strokes that just make the thing. I'm trying to get out of that sort of process, but yeah, there's a lot of my art right now is just that sort of intuitive approach.
This craft, I did the paintings and you did the rest of it just now. The most important thing as an artist, you gotta start creating from a zero with just on a piece of paper with a pen. You are the person who can do that. But me, I need to have a photo before, When you were, I don't know, like 3, you just grab the tissue paper and wrap it around with a rubber band and make a tiny, tiny tissue doll. And I ask you, are these all the same? Because it looks the same.
Well, I don't know. I had a lot of fixations when I was growing up. Tissue paper dolls was one of them. I think it helped a lot with the loneliness I was feeling at that time, and probably persists somewhat today. But that's. I think a lot of the intuitive things I do doesn't really relate to what I want to do and what I want to represent.
Yes, we were feeling really complicated in our growing up situation. And if you want to know what was it like, if you want to experience how we felt, then there's a good movie called Room, and I really recommend seeing that. You have an icon that only you can express. It was a thermometer for me to always check up on him through art.
I just really wanted to plan and do things because I really care about determinism these days. And it's just a very hard concept to explain to people or like make, people enthuse about this particular subject, because it's kind of terrifying for some people that, to think that like free will doesn't exist, and like all, some of our, labels about reality, like, partitions, right? Do you understand the concepts of partitions?
Mm-hmm.
Like, from here to here, basically, right? So you can partition up an individual, basically, saying this is me, right? Like this silhouette is me, but it doesn't really ontologically or in reality exist. So I've been trying to explain that to other people, and I think me and it's just other people that I'm explaining to have been having a very hard time doing this. I have been having a very hard time communicating with other people about this subject and how not to think or think outside partitions.
I think you have a great potential, and also I think you should do more this type of abstract. This is special. This is very niche.
To be iconic, like Samaya Yoi, you said that, and also Takashi Murakami.
I don't care that much about like personal representation or like, just representing, my identity. I don't care a lot about that. I really, just want to communicate at this point. So that's maybe the difference between, a lot of your opinion and my opinion. And I think, I would like to find a middle ground if I could, in the future.
Is that possible? For example, if I say one of your piece of arts are really nice, can you do more of it? Is that possible? Like focus on these two, for example. More of it. Is that possible? Or what he's trying to say, he's like, he do it like naturally,
yes,
right?
Yes,
okay.
Naturally.
Okay, so maybe more bigger, is that possible?
Anything's possible. It's just I'm not particularly good at planning and doing things because it's so kind of spontaneous. This is probably just my experimental phase, and I'm probably moving on to more of a planned conceptual approach.
What's your dream, Julien?
I think a lot of my problems personally with relationships kind of stem from, just kind of the idea of people having, free will or like regret or like the idea of like they could have done otherwise or I could have done otherwise. I think that idea specifically comes from, the concept of the individual, which I don't think really exists in reality. So I just want to represent that very well, how that doesn't really represent reality. And I think I would be much happier and maybe move on to like a better world where like everybody could communicate past these pre-established concepts, by my art, through the art that I create, hopefully. But I really want to communicate these hard concepts.
Do you want to exhibit more in Japan and outside of Japan?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'm more. Yeah. Whatever's makes it easy to communicate. Because that's my goal. I really just want to communicate with people. Yeah, I'm basically like a teenager, like no one understands me, sort of thing. And it's just been so long.
Are you able to travel abroad with your exhibition?
Yeah,
Okay.
I could. I really want to. If someone's interested, I really don't want to. If like no one's listening or no one cares about what I think, and it's just if it just becomes like a product or just like a thing to take photos with, I would be very disturbed. But if that if people are interested, I will go anywhere.
What was your IQ?
I don't know. I don't. There has been research that suggests that like IQ doesn't match like rationality. Daniel Kahneman says that a lot. The guy who wrote like Thinking Fast and Slow. And I think, rationality is much more valuable than IQ,
I know you
I
got
want
some passion, a lot hidden inside you to express to the world of your own
Yes.
world.
Julian, thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
See you soon.
God bless you, my friend.
Peace.
Peace.
What's the message through your arts, through your paints, through your work?
I want people who bring my craft to home to see as myself as themselves as a mirror, and then check if their mental health is okay, if their everything, just life is okay. And I want this craft to be a reminder of them to check up on like healings and just themselves. That I do every single day when you're in front of mirror and just say, hello, what's going on? Is everything okay or not? Just self-love.